So to celebrate the Halloween season, I decided to bring back one of my most popular, most requested spreads for you guys. So welcome to your Ghosted Why the Silence reading for October 2020. So this is a reading for those of you out there who have been straight up fucking ghosted by your person and you're just searching for answers as to why this happened to you. So you can find the exact questions we'll be uncovering the answers to in this reading in the box below. But one quick announcement before we dive in. Based on your feedback that I've received from many of you over the past couple of months, my tarot course, Tarot for Transformation, is now available in a 100% on-demand format. So you can participate in it and take it based on your own schedule, on your own time, and at your own pace. So all the deets for that, if you're interested in just learning more about it or in signing up, all of the details are going to be in the box below. Now let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your Ghosted reading for October 2020. So this reading is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross-watchers are totally welcome as well. I know it probably goes without saying, but Capricorn, this is not going to resonate with every single one of you out there. So if it's just not your story, don't force it. Do check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign readings for messages that may be like more fitting or suited for you if this one does not pan out. So what we're going to be taking a look at here, Capricorn, first and foremost, is really just trying to tap into this whole situation with this person that has ghosted you and trying to get down to the bottom of like what actually happened here. Like what's the root cause? What's the real underlying issue that caused this person to just ghost you with no explanation? Which don't even get me started, Capricorn. I seriously feel like ghosting is just the worst, which is why I do these readings. So let's try to tap into this and better understand like exactly what's going on here. So why did Capricorn get ghosted? What's the real root cause here? October 2020, why was my Capricorn watching? Why were they ghosted? What's really happening here? 3 cards. So why did this person ghost Capricorn? 2 more, please. All right, 1 more overall. Whoa, okay. Wow. I don't love it so far. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, Capricorn. I'm really not loving what I'm seeing here right out the gate as to what this person's real reason is. Ultimately, the truth is, and again, not going to resonate with all of you, and I'm not trying to, be harsh or like triggering. For those of you that are new to my channel, like I'm going to keep it 100 with you, and I'm doing it in a loving way. So brace yourself. But what I see here is that this individual that has ghosted you, like the number one reason, like real reason why, is because this person just wants to be single. 9 of Pentacles. This individual wants to focus perhaps on themselves. And I feel like specifically this person is very, very interested in sort of focusing on their future with this 2 of Wands, okay? Like, I feel like this person that has ghosted you is very self-involved. We've got this we've got this Six of Wands and we've got the Three of Cups, okay? I feel like this person is very concerned with their like appearance. They're very concerned with what other people think of them, perhaps like with status. With this Three of Cups energy, perhaps they are just more focused on like wanting to nurture their friendships, or, I see a couple of different ways that this could go. They could be feeling like some sort of pressure from, their friends or family to be with a certain type of person, or to be focusing on certain things in their life that aren't you, okay? And I'm seeing that is having like a major influence on them at this current time, October 2020. These reasons, from what I can tell so far, Capricorn, I mean, this isn't necessarily like anything to do with you. It's everything to do with them. But I'm getting like just intuitively like this vibe that this person is putting a lot of pressure on themselves to be a certain way, to kind of have a certain persona. I am not sensing that this is a person that is like living their most authentic life. So take it as it resonates. It's likely that you have had a hunch that may be the case. Let's clarify a few of these before we press forward. So tell me more about this Three of Cups. What is this doing here in the root cause for why this person, this ghoster, has cut Capricorn off? Very interesting. Yeah, like I feel like this person is like working towards something. Like we've got the Magician, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Perhaps this person is like super fucking traditional in some sort of sense. With this Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups here. And again, with this, this Six of Wands showing up here tells me like, I feel like this person really prioritizes the opinions of other people. This person may derive like the majority of their own self-worth and like their stability comes from getting that approval, that like stamp of approval from others. And that could be their friend, again, like their friend group, like, or some specific community that they are a part of. They're trying to make something happen. You know what I almost get? Like, and this isn't going to be for everybody, but I keep hearing like, this, it's like perhaps this person was born into a family and it's like there's like a dynastic plan almost. Like, this person may have some sort of like familial duties that they feel they have to tend to, like a family business or something like that. Like, I almost get the sense that this person's life was sort of already decided for them when they were born, Again, take it as it resonates, but let me see what else we can sort of figure out here. Tell me more about this Six of Wands. What is this about? Oh my gosh, look at this, Ten of Pentacles. It's their family. It's their family. Wow. And we've got the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And some of these like smaller, like really specific details are definitely not going to be for everybody. But I'm still going to throw them out there because I do feel like they're meant for at least a few specific people that are going to be, watching this, that felt compelled to click on this and view it. And that Six of Swords, what that tells me is that for some of you, this person may not be like of your same culture. Like this, there may be like a difference in your cultural backgrounds. And so, there's a number of examples we can use here, but like kind of like, I think of like, some Jewish families, they're encouraged to, marry another Jewish person. And if the person they fall in love with isn't Jewish, then their family, doesn't really care. Like, it's just like a big old fucking veto, like next, it's like a requirement for them to settle down with and, commit to someone that has the same cultural background, be that religious or whatever the case. So I do feel like that is sort of an issue that is causing a problem here for some of you. But I overwhelmingly getting the sense here that this person has ghosted you based on pressure that they are feeling to like really focus on their future. And whatever that looks like, they are trying to impress or gain the approval of their family. 6 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Okay? Straight up. Whew. That was one of those moments, Capricorn, where I felt like my intuition was on, that card just like completely like backed that up. So if this isn't your story, it's just not your story. I definitely feel though like it's going to really resonate with some of you like big time. So let's keep going. So let's see what else we can find out about this. This root cause, about what's really happening here, why this person is ghosting you. So what else can you tell me here? What can you tell me about this situation? Why has this person ghosted Capricorn? What's the real root issue here? Self-worth. What did I, holy shit. What did I just say? Like maybe 2 minutes ago, I was talking about how I felt this person perhaps relies like almost fully on the approval of others. And I'm feeling like definite family vibes. They basically, it's very unhealthy and toxic. Let's just be perfectly clear. You cannot be allowing anything external to you. This is all of us, we cannot live a wholehearted life and really achieve that like highest expression of ourselves as long as we are deriving our own self-worth through, via external channels. And this is a very common, popular, sort of issue in this day and age. This is definitely not, it's not uncommon. And a lot of this does have to do with the way that we're raised, so some of us do tend towards allowing like our family's approval to really be the end all be all. And this really puts folks in a situation where they're not really like, once again, they're not living in a way that's truly authentic to them. They're just literally living their life being this person that they feel they're expected to be. And not to be, and I hate it whenever, I'm feeling like sympathetic or empathetic of the ghoster, but this is kind of one of those cases, Capricorn, that I am sort of feeling that way. And don't get me wrong, I am not condoning the BS. Like, fuck ghosting. It's never appropriate and it's preposterous. Let's be perfectly clear. But I am going to say that in this specific case, I'm really not getting like this malicious vibe. Like, I don't feel like this person is just like stepping out on you or being promiscuous or anything like that. Like, I strongly feel that this ghosting shit is just an absolute product of the immense amount of pressure that this individual is up against right now. Like, I'm almost getting this sense that it's just like, maybe it's not even that you're not someone that would be like family approved, but perhaps you, Capricorn, are almost like a distraction. And we'll dig more into that, but I am getting that sense that that could be the case for some of you. Perhaps you are just simply like too much of a distraction, and they have, for whatever reason, they have been feeling a lot more pressure, like maybe more so than ever, to sort of, achieve whatever is expected of them to achieve. And so they've decided that, I just need to be single. I need to focus on my future. I need to focus on my goals, on making money, whatever that looks like. Again, take it as it resonates. So let's pull one more from this before we move on. So anything else you can tell me? Wow. So, and look at this on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Self-love. Don't hate me, Capricorn. I know I'm getting mushy when it comes to your ghoster, and who knows, that could change depending on how the rest of the reading goes. But yeah, I mean, I really do. I definitely sense that the reason this person is ghosting you very much has to do with their own issues with self-worth and self-love. And then we've got this other card here that says mistake. Okay? Let's see if I can pull actually a clarifier on that mistake card, and just see what we can find out about it. Anything additional you can tell me about this mistake? What is this all about in regards? We've got the Six of Cups. I mean, again, this is another, this is family. Point blank, period. There's something going on with this individual that has ghosted you. And I feel like, honestly, and I know that's very specific, but I'm really getting the strong sense that if this reading was meant for you and this is your story, that is the underlying theme. Like, that is what's up. Something is going on pertaining to this person's family. Something has happened, and that is what they're now focusing all of their attention on. So let's move forward here. So to be clear, I'm not picking up any third-party energy, anything that's promiscuous. I'm not picking up anything that's malicious. I don't feel like this person is just, just being a player. I'm not getting that vibe. I feel like there's something much deeper and something much bigger going on here that has very little, once again, very little to do with you. And also very little to do with how this person actually feels about you. Again, not condoning it, but for what it's worth, that's what I'm picking up so far. So Capricorn, let's keep going. So what we're going to look at next here is we're going to take a look at where this person is at in the head space and the heart space. So as of October 2020, what are they thinking? What are they thinking about you and about this whole situation and the ghosting? And furthermore, how, at this current time, how do they feel about you and this situation? So first, we're going to pull the headspace. So how is this ghoster of my Capricorns out there watching? Where are they at in their headspace? What are they currently thinking about regarding Capricorn and this ghosting situation? Three cards, please. Wow. One more. This is big. I mean, like, we've got 2 major arcana cards here, and I mean, these are very significant. Sorry about that. Did you hear that? Somebody like being super macho with their loud vehicle outside of my house. Sorry about that. So let's take a look at what's on the bottom of this deck again. The 6 of Swords. Again, take it as it resonates, but for some of you, like, this person's at a distance, or there's like travel involved, or, you know, like you don't live in the same country, or in this, you know, something like that. I do pick up for some of you that kind of vibe. I mean, that's not a coincidence that we have this same card on the bottom of 2 decks in a row, you know? So before I really unpack the headspace, Capricorn, let's go ahead and pull the heart, and then we can sort of look at it really holistically. So where is this person at? This ghoster of my Capricorns out there. 3 cards, please. Where are they at in the heart space? How do they feel? October 2020. How do they feel about Capricorn? 2 more, please. Too many. Give me 1 more, please. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so, and I was thinking this earlier, and this really sort of like sealed the deal for me. So remember that the wheel came out earlier. The wheel came out earlier when I was clarifying one of these main cards. Perhaps it's like all about the timing with this individual. Like Capricorn, and again, like I feel like, you know, if this is going to be your story, well, I hope it's your story if you're still watching. But, you know, at this point, you should know if this is really like jiving with you or not. But, you know, this whole reading should simply just sort of validate what your own intuition has already been telling you. So you may have had a hunch that was the case, or it may even be like something that you and this person at some point have discussed. I feel like the timing was just so bad for this relationship. And that is a factor here. So definitely like a sword vibe here. So I definitely get the sense that this person is really struggling. They're really struggling when it comes to you in this situation. Like on one hand, the first card that came out. So what's on their mind? What are they thinking about? Well, frankly, they're thinking about 2 of Cups. I feel like that this person really does have legitimate feelings for you. Like this person may actually see you as being like they're an ideal partner or somebody they really want to be with. And what's been on their mind is the fuckery, like the 7 of Swords. The fact that they've ghosted you, the fact that they just disappeared on you. And they're thinking about that. They're thinking like, well, fuck, what do I do now? And look at this. We've got the Hanged Man and Judgment. This person has been, I feel quite confident in saying this. I feel like this individual that you're watching this for has definitely been thinking about how could they possibly go about mending things with you? Like, would it be possible? They've been sort of trying to like to figure that out. Like, would it be possible for the two of you to reconcile? Like, what would that look like? Judgment, reconciliation, a second chance. Would it be even possible for that to occur? You know, how they're feeling about you, I feel like this person really does want to show up for you. This person wants to reciprocate. This person wants to actually offer you something real. You know, we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? So yeah, I mean, this is easily, like, so far, you know, I'm about halfway through the zodiac with these ghosted readings for October. And Capricorn, this is hands down like the most positive reading that I've done. So just throwing that out there. And again, you know, I never like want to give off the impression that I'm condoning the bullshit behavior, because this is fucking unacceptable. You know, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter why the person ghosted you. It's never like something that you should ever just sort of, you know, sweep under the rug. So let's be clear when I say this, depending on, you know, what we see in the rest of this reading. If this is somebody that you would be interested in perhaps offering a second chance to, even after, you know, the behavior that they have displayed, it would need to be a conversation. You know, I would strongly encourage you to make sure that happens, to set healthy boundaries, to make sure this person knows that that behavior is just not acceptable. Doesn't mean you have to be an asshole about it, you know, and it doesn't mean you need to hold on to it and, you know, sort of hold that grudge. That's the opposite of what you need to do. You know, that damages you more than anybody to do that. Forgiveness is always, you know, always the right thing. But there's a difference between forgiveness and, you know, allowing somebody to come back in and setting, you know, this precedent that they can sort of, you know, steamroll you or sort of, you know, treat you in a certain way that is unacceptable. One of my favorite quotes, and let's be clear, it's taken me 31 fucking years to actually like walk the walk. But I can proudly say, like, I honestly do. Like, it's taken me my 31 years, but I finally actually practice this, which is, you know, understanding that what you allow is what will continue, period. And it's as simple as that, you know? So sorry I went off on that tangent. I know there's a reason for it. I feel like some of you may actually be, some of you Capricorns out there, that may be like a pattern that you can identify with, you know, in your relationships. Like perhaps you have had a history of letting people, you know, maybe treat you in ways that are not respectful to you, or like allow people to come back and, you know, something like that. It's not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, you needed to hear that. Because here's the thing, you know, I'm saying all of this because I do actually see a situation here, for those of you that this is meant for. I see potential here. Like, I feel like there is actually something really genuine and real, you know, about this connection with this person. So obviously you're still somewhat invested if you're watching this reading, right? So I assume that there is a large portion of you that would like to see some sort of reconciliation take place. Just don't forget, you know, if that opportunity does present itself, a real talk conversation needs to happen, and apologies need to be made, and clear expectations have to be set for how you both will conduct yourselves, you know, moving forward in the relationship. What I'm also seeing here in the heart space, so, I do, like I said, and I also want to note that I do feel like this person you're dealing with here is like a very practical person. You could be dealing with another earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or this could also be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like a lot of pentacle energy, a lot of sword energy. This is like, I feel like, the love languages. I see this person being someone that would fit the profile of like having the love language of like acts of service, that sort of thing. This is not like someone that I would profile as having like physical touch, as their love language. I don't get that sense. I don't feel like this is a person that's real mushy or like overly emotional. I feel like they perhaps express their love and their feelings in general, and their admiration for you and just others in general in ways that are a bit more practical. So, we've got the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. This individual is, I feel like, they're in their head about this. I feel like they're trying to think their feelings, which does lead me to believe that they could definitely be an air sign. Takes one to know one. Just want to throw that out there. I tend to do that. And I have an air sign for my sun, moon, and rising. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in that order. So, I feel that. And again, that's not going to be for all of you, but, even if that's not the case, astrologically speaking, I do get the sense that is like the type of person you're dealing with. Somebody who's really struggling to allow themselves to feel their feelings. Instead, they're taking like an overly practical approach to it and not allowing themselves to connect with their heart as much when it comes to you. But I do. I feel like this person's intentions are like what's on their heart's desire is to, come towards you and make you a real offer. Like finally show up for you in whatever way that looks like for you, in whatever way they haven't been able to do in the past, offer you something real, and also offer you perhaps another way we could take the Page and the King of Swords here would be, what's on their heart is wanting to have a really honest and like straightforward conversation with you about exactly what's going on here. You and this whole situation, though, are very much like on their heart, on their mind, and on their heart. Okay, Capricorn? So let's keep going here. So let's see if there's any other details that we can find out about this whole situation. So anything else that Capricorn needs to know? Anything else Capricorn needs to know about this situation? Any messages that want to come through here? Anything Capricorn needs to know regarding this person, this ghoster of theirs? That's interesting. This person is very ambitious. Take that as it resonates, but really, like, I feel like this person really does, like, they're overly identified with career or, material, more tangible types of markers that in their mind are the markers of success. Okay, so we've got confessions, unexpected message, unveiling, and justification. What did I just say about another perspective on the page in the King of Swords here? I really do feel like this person has some things that they need to confess to you. Like there's some things that are weighing heavy on them that they need to tell you about, okay? We do, though, have this energy of elusive, intangible, dishonest, and tricky. So I do sense that there is something this person has not shared with you, and it's not something that you're likely going to be, thrilled about. But again, I really don't feel like it's like infidelity or third party or anything like that. I feel like it's something else. And again, it's likely some of you may have a hunch as to what that is. So just take it as it resonates. So we've also got here, this very much makes so much sense. I'm still trying to find myself. And then look at this. You're the only person who truly gets me. This like pulls at my heartstrings. I secretly hate it whenever I have like this much empathy for the ghoster, but for real, like I do feel for this person to some degree, because I feel like this person has felt some sort of weight or pressure to like be somebody that they're not. And it's very much like some like inner child issue, likely like mommy daddy issues, and it fucking sucks, to have that sort of issue. It does. It's literally like being in a prison, and it's like you are sort of programmed to believe that the only way that you'll be loved and the only way that you will have worth is if you are a certain way, if you act a certain way, and you are this, embody this persona. And it's like a fucking prison, walking around like unable to really be who you truly are. I am so about like being myself, and luckily, I was blessed to really grow up in a home and, with parents and grandparents that were, incredibly supportive of me being my individual self. They just encouraged it so much, and I'm so grateful for that. And it really does. It deeply, like, it's deeply troubling to me. And like, I just feel for people who have these sorts of, like inner child wounds and issues, because I find so much joy in being my authentic self. And I truly want that, for everybody. So I feel like that's a huge piece of this puzzle, Capricorn, and a huge part of what's going on here. And at the end of the day, I feel like this person, it's like they feel like that you see them for who they actually are. You're the only person who truly gets me. That's powerful, this person, again, may not be like overly romantic or like mushy or anything like that. However, I feel like there's nothing more romantic than this sort of energy. It may not seem that way, but this is like the good stuff. It's not the superficial, fluffy bullshit. This is the good shit. So again, take it as it resonates. But we've also got, I'm really bad at commitment. So we've also got, I miss the feel of you next to me. I'm really bad at commitment. And would you give me the chance to make things right between us? This really does kind of tie some things together for me, Capricorn. Like I mentioned earlier with the Headspace and Heartspace, I do get the strong sense that this person that has ghosted you, they are actively thinking about and maybe sort of trying to game plan a strategy to sort of re-enter. It's something that's on their heart and their mind, because that is what they ultimately do want. They want to show up for you. They want to offer you that commitment. I'm really bad at commitment. They want to offer you that commitment that they were unable to offer you before. They want to offer you that true reciprocity that they were unable to offer you before. But at the end of the day, this person, they've got to get their self in order first. I'm still trying to find myself. This person has got to become their own man or their own woman, independent of all of these like fucking bullshit expectations that have seemingly been placed on them, likely from family. And who knows, for some of them, it could be societal norms, whatever, again, take it as it resonates. But that is the honest truth. This person is never going to be able to show up for you and, love you and show up for you in the way that you want and deserve until they're able to get this whole self-worth and self-love thing in check. Which, that's okay. I would wager, Capricorn, that perhaps you have realized some of your own struggles or maybe like blind spots when it comes to maybe some of those same themes through the struggle of this ghosting situation and the struggle of this situation in general. Let me know in the comments if that rings true to you. So perhaps, both of you have some work that needs to be done independent of each other before you can come back and really have that, that relationship that is built to last, and is the relationship that, you both truly deserve. So I quite love this reading. I feel like this has just been really good. Again, please do let me know about your situations in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm incredibly interested to hear like how it resonated. Let's just go ahead and sorry that this reading has ran a little long. I apologize for the lengthiness. But let's go ahead and really, let's wrap this up with like the last two questions. So what will this person's next move, this ghoster, this person that we've been tapping into here with Capricorn, August 2020, what will their next move towards Capricorn most likely be, specifically in October? Yeah, bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands. There's definitely a possibility that, many of you out there are going to hear from this person. But let me tell you, one thing is for certain. This is across the fucking board. This really is quite a good reading. Regardless if you hear from them or not, this person in the month of October, they're not going to give up on this. This person, they're not going to throw in the towel. Like, this person very much sees you as 2 of Cups, and they're not ready to concede. They know they fucked up. They know that they've made some mistakes here. They know they haven't handled themselves correctly. And again, and for those of you out there that this is like a long distance thing, or there's travel that would have to occur in order to actually like see one another physically, again, another bottom of the deck card that is indicative of travel, of air travel, overseas travel. I'm so curious. Let me know if any of you, like, that is like a very specific detail that resonates with you. But because I know it's gonna resonate for some of you. That is just too much to be a coincidence, and nothing's ever coincidental in tarot. That's what I find. So last but not least, let's wrap this up here. This incredibly lovely reading, Capricorn, which is usually not really to be expected of a ghosted reading, right? But let's wrap this up with sort of some advice and guidance for you for October. I'm gonna stick this one card I pulled out of there back in here. So let's get some advice and guidance for you, Capricorn, as to maybe what's the bigger picture here, or what's something that you need to know about this? Is there perhaps a bigger lesson that you're meant to be learning through this experience? So what advice and guidance do you have for my Capricorns watching August 2020? Give me one more overall to tie these together, please. One more overall energy, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns. Wow. Okay. So bottom of the deck, by the way, we've got the Empress. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman here, Capricorn, that's watching. That really seals the deal for me. The Empress. There's a need for you to allow. There's a need for you to shift into an energy of allowing and in receiving. You don't need to do anything, okay? You don't need to do anything when it comes to this situation. What I'm picking up here is that it's very likely, Capricorn, that this whole nightmare situation, getting ghosted by this person who obviously, you do care for, and having to go through that, which is such a fucking traumatic experience, the whole ghosting thing. I mean, it's just absolutely cruel. And what I'm picking up is that it has likely really triggered some, self-worth sorts of issues within you, made you feel not good enough, made you feel rejected and just, left out in the cold, made you just feel maybe rather worthless. And in the month ahead, the message here from Spirit is to really say sayonara to that bullshit. That's a fabricated, made up story. It's not real. You are worthy. You're the fucking Empress, okay? What did I say earlier? Remember when I went off on my tangent about what you allow is what will continue? You are so much. You have so much to offer. And you've got to start believing that, okay? Because at the end of the day, as long as you... Let me rephrase it. Until you address that, until you get your own issues surrounding self-worth and self-love under control. Man, I've been on the money in this reading, haven't I? What did I say earlier? That it's likely that both of you are sort of dealing with these same themes and issues. This really confirms it. The time is now for you to, get back to feeling, and maybe you've never really felt worthy or, really loved yourself in the way that you're intended to love yourself, in this lifetime. You've never really experienced that freedom and that joy and that, sheer happiness that comes with filling up your own cup. You are, you're the Empress. This is the month. Love yourself. Let go of that old story that you've been holding on to. And let go of this person. And I mean it. Don't keep watching fucking videos on YouTube. No, it's not serving you, okay? Because the suffering that you're experiencing right now is all stemming from this aching need for this person to come back into your life and validate you and make you feel worthy and make you feel loved and sort of, confirm to you that even though they rejected you and abandoned you, all these things, that they were in fact wrong and that, you are in fact lovable and worthy and, no. As long as you're in this energy, this isn't going to work. You and this person both have to derive that from within. Neither one of you can be any longer in it. If you want this to come back together, and that I feel like that's the big lesson that the two of you were meant to really help one another learn. And I definitely foresee like tons of potential for the two of you once you have done that work on yourselves to come back together. But that can't be the focus. That can't be the focus. Capricorn, it's time. It's time for you to go out into the world and explore. We've got the Chariot. We've got the Page of Wands. I'm almost getting this sense, Capricorn, that you may even be like, have been stuck in a cycle where it's like you don't even know who the fuck you are unless you're in a relationship, like that sort of thing. Take it as it resonates. But it's time to get to know yourself. It's time to be single. It's time to realize your worth and your value. It's time to learn who are you? Who are you? You don't need a partner to define you, okay? This is the time for you to like really, again, do some self-discovery. And really, take back your power. Maybe for the first time ever. Because you're the magician. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you desire, Capricorn. But it's going to require you to let that old bullshit story that you've been holding on to, let it go. Really powerful. It's quite a beautiful reading. Again, I apologize for the length, Capricorn, but I really do. I can't help but feel that this is really, really going to hit home with some of you. And I really hope that those of you it does hit home with, I hope you let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if it does. And one last thing, don't forget, if you're interested in learning how to read tarot for yourself, which, side note, is an excellent way to, dive into self-discovery. And I'm not just plugging my tarot course, whatever way in which if that's something that you feel called to, I would encourage you, look into that. If you are interested in my course, all the deets are in the box below for that. But yeah, really look for those opportunities in the month ahead, Capricorn. Anything that can help you get to know yourself better understand yourself and your experiences. Be that, tarot and oracle cards, meditation, hobbies. What do you enjoy doing for fun? This is a time for you to be single for a little bit, okay? But yeah, that's all I've got for you. Again, check out my course if you're interested. And until next time, I am sending you guys so much love and light. Mwah. Peace.